Hello Sagittarius. This is your astrology forecast for June and also applies if you're Sagittarius rising or Sagittarius moon. So the first thing to tell you is that Mercury, planet of communications, transportation, technology, goes retrograde from the 7th of June until the 2nd of July. Now initially, for the first 11 days of the retrograde, this Mercury is retrograde in your 8th house, joining Jupiter. So wherever Jupiter is, it expands whatever is happening. So this would be a wonderful time, Sagittarius, for expanding your interest in the metaphysical, in astrology, in numerology, if you want to study it, if you want to learn it, if you want to do a class, or equally, if you've been learning it for a long time and you're ready to share it with others. So you might be writing about it, maybe you're writing a book, maybe you're blogging, maybe you're going to run your own class, maybe you're going to do your own readings, you're going to offer something of your own here, because Mercury retrograde allows you to reevaluate how far you've got. This is also a very important time to reevaluate your finances, your money. It's slow. Mercury retrograde just slows things down. So it would be a good time to research what you're doing with your money, where your money is, including banks, insurance companies, maybe any kind of joint partnership or relationship you're in, looking at that more closely. After the 18th of the month, then Mercury goes retrograde into your 7th house. So there could be misunderstandings in relationships. Yes, you may need to repeat something back to somebody and say, did you really say that? Did I understand you rightly? Before jumping to conclusions, because you are a fire sign and you do kind of just jump to things sometimes, Sagittarius. As well, this Mercury here, it's a good time to reevaluate how you communicate in your relationships. Are you listening well enough? Sometimes with fire signs they're just off and they don't listen well enough. Also, your friendships in general, your relationships in general, good time to reassess them. To reassess, is there enough balance in these relationships? Do I need to change something? And especially because for the first 3 weeks of the month, we've got the Sun in this 7th house of relationship. Now this is shining a light on relationships for you, Sagittarius. So if you want a new relationship, wonderful time to go about it this month, particularly for the first 3 weeks of the month. I must say that when Mercury retrograde comes into that house, I wouldn't be rushing into a new relationship, but it can bring an old partner, somebody from the past, back into your life during this time. So that maybe you can learn the lessons of what that relationship was about. So this is certainly a good time for those of you looking for romance. I would certainly be going for it during this month, and also shining a light on existing relationships and bringing something new and more exciting into them. Now, on the 13th of June, we have a full moon, Sagittarius, in your sign. How exciting! This is full moon, it's shining a light on your life, on you, how you present yourself, how you want to be seen in the world. Maybe it's time to have a whole new image. Maybe it's time to reinvent how you look, how you appear. So it's really important because it's opposing this house of relationship. So the full moon in your sign, you might be quite emotional, feeling a lot of emotions coming up, but it's also a wonderful time to bring out that optimistic side of you, Sagittarius. You are ruled by Jupiter. You will find a way to see a good side of a situation, but see the good side of you. Don't be too critical about you. Use this full moon in your sign, happening usually just once a year. Use it to create new ways to present yourself to the world. New and exciting ways. So on the 23rd of June, the Sun coming into your 8th house. A wonderful time for doing any research, any studying, any learning. Also a wonderful time for looking at ways in which you trust people. Sometimes as a Sagittarian you can be too trusting and then you've been disappointed in the past or betrayed. But to examine who you trust, and maybe whether you don't jump into relationships too quickly and then end up disappointed. Sorry, Mercury retrograde already getting to me before it's gone retrograde. And we've got Venus for the first 23 days of the month in your 6th house. So be careful about overindulging in food, especially sweet stuffs. But with Venus in the 6th house, this is a great time for something good to happen in the workplace. Somebody helping you at work. And it's also a good time as well to look at health and healing. You may find a good healer coming into your life, somebody who can help you maybe with something, a health issue that you've been working with, or also for those of you needing to train, a great personal trainer, or some kind of a dance class or a class that gets you moving that's not involving the gym, because I know not all of you like the gym, but this could be a great opportunity. You find something that just suits you, just clicks. Could be Zumba, could be something new that really clicks for you, that really boosts your physical health. And then on the 24th of the month, guess what? Venus coming into your 7th house. What a wonderful opportunity for relationships, shining a light on existing relationships, enables you to smooth over, have good discussions, be able to work through issues in a way that does not involve conflict. It also enables you to hear another person's side of an argument. With Mercury retrograde going on, I wouldn't jump into a new relationship too quickly, but I do think it's going to be an opportunity for new relationships with this lovely Venus in your 7th house of relationships, so make the most of it. And between the 25th and the 28th of June, we've got an exact opposition between these two very fiery planets, Uranus and Mars. And of course that makes up this grand cross, which is still going on. And it could be that there's something comes up, people are just going to have less patience, they're going to fire, they're going to blow, road rage, all of these kinds of things going on. So for you, just remember that this only happens every couple of years and it's only going to be lasting for 3 days. So try just to take yourself out of it, don't take something too personally, and just don't act too precipitously during those few days. You might be throwing out the baby with the bathwater. Because in the midst of this, we've also got a new moon happening on the 27th of June in Cancer, also in your 8th house. So Sagittarius, this is a time to do research, to go deeper than you've gone before. I know you like to play and enjoy and do big adventures, and it's coming. But this month, particularly with this focus on this 8th house, it's important. There could be new beginnings with a joint venture. There could be new beginnings in your spiritual connection with somebody. You may go deeper into a relationship than you've ever gone before. So that could be very exciting. And it's new beginnings, always with a new moon in this 8th house. It's important to look at how you use money, what you're doing with resources, and whether you could do something new. You might even start a new business connected with use of energy and resources. I'm just throwing that in there as a possibility. So there you have it, my dear Sagittarius. I wish you a wonderful month. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing. You might want to subscribe to my free newsletter. And of course, if you want to come for a reading, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.